Okay. Precies, man.
Os puedo cambiar, no problem.
There is a camera at the finish line, okay? So you don't have to get the finish line.
Let's start. Flag up. 4 minutos.
Sa Chris, tawagin mo para hindi mapatras. Okay, this is like hindi right there, yeah.
Are we going to Chris? Step number 4. Let me know when we're ready. Going to chapter number 1.
Ano sa Slalom mo pa?
4?
Favorito.
Vamos a ver Chris, please. Yeah. Are we ready?
This one on the Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. Live?
Are you ready for camera 4?
Ready for camera 4?
Ben jij klaar, Chris, om te gaan?
We're up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 2 of the PWA Youth World Cup here in Bonaire. There is 2 minutes left to go. Yellow flag is up. We are prepping for a beautiful day of racing. The wind is a steady 15 to 18 knots. The youth is already out there and getting ready for the first heat. The under 21s is almost underway. Less than 2 minutes to go. With anything else, I would say let's get right into the action.
Come on.
Beautiful shot here by the live stream from Skyview, Bonaire. Yellow flag is up. Surfers are waiting, ready for the start. Let's see what we have for action today. Yesterday they ran quite a few heats in the morning and in the afternoon. This morning we have Finn. So we're going to do the under 21s, then we got the under 17s and the under 15s. Yellow flag just went down, so we have 1 more minute to go for the start of the heat. Here we have a shot from the boat itself as the windsurfers are approaching the start line. Nice and steady shot. Let's see what the boys and girls can do. Pumping, pumping, getting on to speed. Less than a minute to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag is up, and that signals the start of the heat. We just heard that is a good start. Switching to the drone feed. Beautiful shot by the drone on their way to the first jibe marker. Looks like the top 3 is already clearly visible, but anything can happen on the way towards the first jibe marker. Looks like we have in the front Mario. We got Storm, and it looks like Tijo there as well. A little bit of a pack there from 3, 4, and 5. first one around the marker is definitely Mario. Top 3 already around the marker. Looks like we have a few crashes. 2 windsurfers going down. Someone taking the inside. Top 3 slowly creeping away towards jibe marker number 2. We're now looking at 4th and 5th place here. Top 3 heading towards jibe marker number 2. Mario clearly in 1st place still. Mario around jibe marker number 2. Tijo taking the inside. Beautiful jibe, pumping to get back up to speed. Mario already out in front. It is a battle between 2nd and 3rd here. But it looks like Tijo is back up to speed and heading towards jibe marker number 3. In 3rd place seems to be one of the girls. Mario with a clear lead into jibe marker number 3. Going downwind. Making a nice jibe, keeping it secure. Ooh, almost slowing down too much. Tijo gaining. Nice jibe by Tijo. Bobby Lin in 3rd place. The top 3 right now is Mario, Tijo, and then Bobby Lin. Beautiful shot by the drone from Skyview Bonaire. Bruno and Diederik in 4 and 5 for this heat. Under 21s. Anything can happen still right before they head towards the finish line. It looks like Tijo is getting some speed and really wants to get closer to Mario, but there is a bit of distance between 1st and 2nd.
We need to pan that. We need to pan that a little bit more.
That was the end of race number 1.
Yeah, perfect.
Beautiful conditions, great surfing from the youth here today. Race number 2 is almost ready, the under 17s.
Yeah, better day.
Shay,
Yes.
this is like
Yeah, of course.
I hope like none of that came out of
No. You're on.
Yellow flag is up. That means less than 2 more minutes to go for the next start of the heat. The under 17s are getting ready. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful racing by the under 21s on the last heat.
Huh? Oh, yeah, perfect. But I actually need coffee.
Less than 2 more minutes. We have beautiful shots here by the stream.
Number 2, route number 9.
Last minute for heat number 2. Round 9, as I just heard. They are getting ready for the start of the race. Less than a minute. Sube, 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 sube.
Sube gelijk.
Here they come, the under 17s heading towards the start line, full speed. Drone feed and of course the live stream provided by Skyview Bonaire. We're waiting for the officials to give clearance. It sounds like we have an over early. Whoever went over the start line first has to be disqualified. Look at that. Yellow and blue flag up, triangular flag. That means it's a general recall. And whoever went over early is going to get disqualified for this heat.
Sorry. Geen boys of girls? Okay.
We just received information that Adolfo is over early, our Venezuelan competitor. Unfortunate for him, he will not be able to compete in this next race that they are going to recall. General recall flag was up. Unfortunately for Adolfo, he was over early. The general recall flag is down. This means 3 more minutes before the next start of the heat. The riders will be going left and right, going slightly upwind and getting ready for the race, because as soon as that green flag goes up, it is the start of the race. Unfortunately for Adolfo, he will not be competing in this next one because he was over early in the previous race. So the way a general recall works, if someone is over early, they get disqualified for that race. Once the red flag is up, it is 4 minutes until the start. Red flag goes down. 3 more minutes to go. Yellow flag goes up for the last 2 minutes. And then yellow flag down for the last minute. Green is go, go, and go again.
Moet je een langere kabel hebben daarvoor?
Nee, ik doe dit alleen.
Yellow flag is up. 2 minutes for the start of the heat.
Ja, Kelvin moet dat even...
Beautiful shot here by the live stream. I think that's Thomas, if I'm not mistaken, with the Neil Pride, or that could be Storm. But we're looking at the fleet, waiting for them to come through. Yellow flag is still up, so it's less than 2 more minutes to go.
We see the yellow flag, yeah, on the camera. Hey.
Riders are getting ready. Unfortunate for Adolfo, our Venezuelan competitor that is unable to compete in this next coming race because he was over early in the previous one. Yellow flag just went down. That means 1 more minute to go. The crowd is waiting in anticipation for what is going to happen. Here comes the riders. Less than a minute for the start. Riders come. Hopefully they will be right on time and go through the start on the green flag. So we don't have another general recall. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen, waiting for the countdown.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know what to do about this. We're going to wait for more information. We just received there's going to be another general recall because we have over earlies. We saw it clearly on the stream.
Yep.
Unfortunately, more riders are going to be unable to start in the next heat. The under 17s not getting the start. What's going on? All the riders are going to go back towards the boat to receive more information and find out who was over early and who is unable to start in the next heat. No.
But I'm gonna switch coming up.
Riders at the boat now receiving information about who was over early and what's going to happen for the next heat. Unfortunately, you have to be at the start line on green and not already over the start line. I will repeat for the people who are watching the stream and tuning in. Red flag up means 4 minutes. When the red flag goes down, it's 3 minutes left. Yellow flag goes up 2 minutes until the start. Yellow flag goes down 1 more minute to go. And on green, it is go, go, go. Unfortunately, a few riders were already going before the green flag. So a few more competitors unable to join the next race. If I'm not mistaken, they're doing 5 races in total this morning, and one of them is a discard. So if you're lucky enough, this might just be your discard. Riders waiting patiently. Looks like NB212. I think that is Trevor, if I'm not mistaken, giving the thumbs up. Might have just received his information. This is going to be an interesting heat if there's going to be so many not participating. The riders and the crowd here anxiously waiting. General recall flag still up. General recall flag goes down. Whoever's still in this heat can go back and forth and get ready. This might be a smaller heat than we think, because quite a few have been over early. That is going to be unfortunate for Zeno and Trevor. Zeno, local boy, also Trevor. Unfortunately, they were over early on the last heat and are unable to participate in this next coming heat. So there's already 3 riders out for the first heat of the under 17s. For day number 2. Beautiful shots here by Skyview Bonaire. Shailesh operating the drone as if it is an extension of his own vision. General recall flag is down. The riders are getting ready. Yellow flag up. That means less than 2 more minutes until the start of the heat. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be an interesting one. 3 competitors already out of the running for this heat. Unfortunately, because they were over early, I think they'll just wait on the sidelines and see whatever happens and wait for the next heat that they have to compete in. Yellow flag just went down. That means the last minute.
Ja hoor.
Riders are making their way towards the start line. Riders approaching the start line. Let's see what's going to happen. We've got a beautiful Neil Pratt up front. Green flag is up. It's a good start. One competitor a little bit further downwind down the line. Beautiful shot here from the drone. Competitors making their way towards the first jibe marker.
Wil jij nog opnemen op de...
Up front, looks like we have Neil Pride, Kit and Lone in the front of the pack, leading this under-17s race. Top 3 clearly visible. Going around the first jibe marker.
Ja, ga achter die marker hangen.
Beautiful shot
Ja.
here. Arkson taking the inside. First place, already making a little bit of distance between the rest of the pack.
Dan zie je ze komen en gaan.
Arkson creeping, going into the second position. Thomas slowly going towards 4th. Kit and Lone, the top 2, and then Arkson right behind in 3rd place. The boys and girls are showing how it's done in these conditions. Nice jibe here around marker number 2. There goes Lone and Arkson right behind them. Big speed. Pumping, getting back up to speed. The girls are giving the boys a run for their money today. Heading towards jibe marker number 3, the final jibe before they have to finish off this race.
Bart, wat is de volgende heat? Wat is de volgende heat? U15. Boys, girls, gemixt. Session 2, hè? Serie
Kit
2
and
boys.
Lone both around jibe marker
Heat
number
2
3.
boys. Bedoel je, ik heb een nummer.
The boys and girls are absolutely sending it towards the finish line. Kit and Lone in 1st and 2nd, and in 3rd at the moment we have Arkson. Arkson unfortunately had a less good of a start in comparison to the other heats like yesterday. But Kit showing how it's done. Amazing shot from the tower here as Kit goes through the finish line. First one is in. Here comes Lone as well, just passing over the finish. And shortly after, here comes Arkson Gomberts. All three Bonaire locals. Let's see here who follows. It looks like Clay goes over. Oh, no, Thomas goes over first, and then comes Clay. And the crowd goes absolutely wild. Amazing shots here provided by Skyview Bonaire. In the meantime, the under 15s are already getting ready for their heat.
Yeah, drone offline.
Yellow flag is up. Less than 2 more minutes to go. Flag up for the under 15s. Less than 2 more minutes to go until the start of the heat. It's going to be an interesting one. Yesterday, it was a battle between Julian and Kenny. Let's see what today is going to bring. We hear that the flag just went down.
Sorry,
That means
Bart,
less
nog een
than a
keertje.
minute to
Heat
go.
3, U15, boys and girls, hè?
See what's going to
Alleen
happen.
boys? Alleen boys.
The under 15s are getting ready. Beautiful drone shot here of the start. Here it comes in 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag is up. This seems to be a good start. Drone is up and running. We have a very clear leader here. It looks like the top two is Kenny and Julian. We'll have to wait to figure out and see what the rest of the pack is here. On their way towards the first jibe mark. Julian going around the marker first. Kenny very close behind, taking the inside, trying to keep the distance as minimal as possible. Both riders up to speed and heading towards jibe marker number 2. Adam in 3rd place, trying to secure that number 3. Of course, doing his best to reach 1 and 2. There is a little bit of distance between 2 and 3. A full-on battle between Julian and Kenny. Kenny dominating in the afternoon, Julian in the morning yesterday. So it is an interesting matchup today. Looks like number 3, Adam, is getting closer. Beautiful speed here. Anything can happen in the jibes. This is the make or break. Kenny also going around the jibe marker. Adam right behind. It is the pack of 3 right here. Julian versus Kenny versus Adam. It's a 1v1v1. Julian still up front. Kenny short right behind. Let's see what jibe marker number 3 has to offer. In the meantime, the red flag goes up for the next race of the under 21s. While Julian beautifully makes a jibe, Kenny tries to take the inside, and it looks like he just passes Julian. Adam still in third place. This is exciting, ladies and gentlemen. What is this going to be at the finish line? Kenny now in first place, Julian in second. Kenny separating himself, was just a little bit quicker on accelerating and getting up to speed. But once they reach the top end speed, I saw some difference earlier, so this can still go any way. Although Kenny really putting the pedal to the metal, creating some distance between him and the rest of the pack. Beautiful, beautiful conditions. The under 15s are absolutely sending it all the way. It looks like Julian is trying to make a little bit of a run here towards the finish. He might still be able to catch back up to Kenny, but it's not much left. And it looks like Kenny takes first in heat number 1 for today. Adam in third, Julian in second. Beautiful racing by the youngsters here. Great decision making, keeping the jibes tight from Kenny. Julian just letting a little bit too much room for Kenny to take there. Amazing racing by the under 15s. Under 21s are getting ready, underway. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, this is day 2 of the PWA Youth World Cup Tour Stop number 2 here in Bonaire. We are running heats this morning. Finn, under 21, under 17, and under 15 classes. The live stream provided by Skyview Media.
Hey,
Skyview Bonaire.
correct. Heat 2, U17. Oh, sorry. Next heat.
Yellow flag is up. Less than 2 more minutes to go for the under 21s. Let's see what the boys have to offer. Bobby Lynn is also in the under 21s. She might be the fastest Bonairean girl we know. Yellow flag is down. That means less than a minute to go.
Last battery.
We are seeing the under 21s approaching the start line here from the start boat. Very nice shot here. Under 21s getting ready. Here we go. What's going to happen? 4, 3, 2, 1. Looks like we have an over early. We had a few guys looking at the camera on the boat. I think they already felt what was going on. Yes, sir. You were too early. I'm not going to call out any names.
What's een logootje erin?
General recall flag is up. That means someone is not allowed to join the next race. We'll find out. I don't know what's going on with the general recalls or what's going on with the youngsters. Maybe they saw how the under 17s did and they wanted to do it as well. But the under 21s also have now a general recall. 1 over, maybe 2, 3 over earlies. We're gonna find out in a second what's gonna happen. We saw quite a few sails going by right now. The riders at the boat waiting for more information, hearing who was over early and who was not allowed to join the next race. The under 21s, you would think they would know what to do to not be over early. Unfortunately, anything can happen. As they say, it happens to the best of us.
Nice. Mooi beeld. Ja, natuurlijk.
As we wait to receive more information, general recall flag is still up.
Dat is iets anders. Dat is sky views.
You're just tuning in. This is day 2 of the
Germany 711 and NB 2008.
Looks like Germany is over early, and NB 2008, that is Mario and Storm, unfortunately, that are over early for this heat. So Mario and Storm are not allowed to join in the next race. These guys know this spot like the back of their hand. It is.
That is correct. Only to say that.
General recall flag is going to go down and signal the amount of minutes before the start of the heat. I think it is 3. They're getting ready for the general recall down. That means 3 minutes until the start of the heat. 3, 2, 1. General recall flag is down. 3 minutes before the start of the heat. Let's see what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be interesting. Without Mario and Storm, Mario winning the previous heat for the under 21s, unfortunately not able to join this next race because he was over early. Storm as well, very strong jibes and fast top speed. Unfortunately, he's unable to join this next race. So it's going to be interesting to see who is going to be the top 3 for the next race. I think it's safe to say that claiming Diederik could be in the top 3 is a safe bet. So everybody place your bets. Let's see what's going to happen for race number 2 of day 2 of the under 21s. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the PWA Youth World Cup here in Bonaire, day 2 of racing. We're doing fin in the morning, and we might just do foil in the afternoon. General recall flag just went up, and Storm and Mario, unfortunately, unable to join this next race because they were over early in the previous one. It is 10:38 Bonaire time. Beautiful conditions that we have here. A great feed from Skyview Bonaire. Wind anywhere between 15 and 18 knots average. So it is perfect racing conditions.
7747, not competing anymore.
Please repeat slow.
Under 15, Turkey 7747, not competing anymore.
Copy that.
Dus hierna nog 2 heats. Fijn. Ja.
Amazing shot from the start line here That right there, ladies and gentlemen, between the boat and that yellow buoy is the exact start line. If you happen to pass that imaginary line before the green flag, you are over early. That means a good start. Yeah, green flag is up, and we are good to go. Amazing shot here by the drone as the windsurfers under 21s heading towards the first jibe marker. In the front, we got Tijo, and then we have Bobby Lynn close by number 3. And then we have Sonche and Diederik also battling. Tijo approaching the first marker. Beautiful downwind jibe, keeping the speed up, pumping to keep it up. Bobby Lynn around. Looks like the inside has been taken by the new Pride sail. Tijo clearly in the front, making some distance between him and the rest of the pack. It is a battle for second and third. Looks like Bobby Lynn, Diederik, and Sonche are absolutely sending it for second and third. But it's clear at this moment, Tijo is number 1 with a clear separation between the rest of the pack and him. Tijo around the second jibe marker. Here comes Diederik around jibe marker number 2 as well. And that is Bobby Lynn in third place. And last but not least, Bruno also going around. There comes Sonche. But it is clear who your number 1, 2, and 3 are. On the way to the last jibe marker with a clear lead here. Tijo Smits already around the marker. There goes Diederik also around, and Bobby Lynn in third. Diederik in third, Bruno in fourth. Here comes Tijo racing towards the finish, showing his dominance. In the last race, Mario was in front of him. Unfortunately, Mario not joining in this one. So Tijo in first, clear first. Big distance between him and the rest of the pack. Ladies and gentlemen, Tijo Smits showing how it's done in these Bonaire conditions. He understands the course like the back of his hand. Tijo through the finish. Great racing from Tijo. Here comes Diederik as well. Looks like my proclamation did come true. Diederik in the top 3. And here is Bobby Lynn. Or Bruno. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was the under 21s.
Start doesn't start. We can pass with the boat real quick to the start from inside the race, or not? No, right?
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just tuning in, it is time for race number 2 for the under 17s. The under 21s just completed their second race of the morning. Feed provided by Skyview Bonaire.
U17.
The under 17s heat number 2 of the day. We are at Sorobong, at Frans Paradise, one of the best places to windsurf in the entire planet. One of the meccas. Under 17s getting ready. The last minute already just went in. Let's see what's going to happen. Arkson was third in the last heat. Kit and Lone in front of him. Let's see if he can get a better start.
Ja.
We hebben toch die meisjes gevonden. Less than a minute to go as we see the riders approaching the start line. A wide array. I don't think anyone wants to be over early in this one.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. That is a good start. It looks like the girls from Jive City are already in the front. Looks like Arkson just going over the start line. Let's see what's gonna happen. Following the race from the tower. Big overview.
Boys and girls U17.
The boys and girls under 17 heat is underway. They're making their way towards the first jibe marker. Let's see who goes around first. Seems a Neil Pride. Quite a few already. Riders making their way towards the second jibe marker. Arkson slightly downwind of the rest of the pack. Looks like everyone wants to follow that Neil Pride that's slightly further upwind. Let's see what's going to happen here. Kids around the second jibe marker. Full planing jibe, barely even having to pump. Adolfo in second, making a comeback. Lone in third. And that seems to be Faber just crashing, and there comes Arkson around the second jibe marker. Sheeting up, and then Trevor as well, and Thomas going around the second jibe marker. But it is clear, ladies and gentlemen, Kit is all the way up front of this pack with Alfonso in second. Adolfo, that's... Kit around jibe marker number 3. Adolfo closely following, now going downwind for the jibe. And Lone right behind him. Trevor in 4th place, heading towards the third and final jibe buoy. Beautiful jibe by Trevor. There comes Arkson. Oh, Thomas taking the inside from Arkson. This could be interesting how this result is going to be. The second heat of the under-17s for today. In first place, clearly Kit, showing the boys how it's done. Right behind Kit we have Adolfo, and then we have Lone to make up your top 3 for the under-17s, boys and girls. Great racing by the top 3 here. Kit, finish line. Great job from the female rider. And here is Adolfo making a comeback. Unfortunately over early in the previous heat. And there we have Lone also coming in. Trevor coming in full speed in 4th place. And it is a battle for 5th between Arkson and Thomas. What will happen? Trevor giving a little bit of spray at the end there. Stylish. There is Thomas. And here is Arkson as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your top 5, 6 of the under 17s. Interesting results. It seems that the wind has slightly died a little bit. Looks like we might be averaging around between 13 and 15 knots in the gusts. We have a lot less whitecaps in comparison to yesterday as well. Bigger sails are going out on the water. That also explains for a few riders why they stand still at the jibes. Adolfo, Venezuela, making his debut. Second place in the under 17s in race 2, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to Venezuela. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, it is day number 2 of the Youth World Cup PWA Day 2 in Bonaire. We are now in round 2, under 15s, race number 2 going out. There's no flag in the air, so we'll just wait to see and hear what's gonna happen.
Lights on.
Here comes the start for the under 15s in 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag is up, and it is a good start, ladies and gentlemen. A battle between Kenny and Julian in the previous heat. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Dit is toch... Staat niet op het schema.
Battle between the top 3 as they head towards the jibe marker. I can see what I think is Kenny, Julian, and Adam as they're approaching the first jibe marker. Let's see what's going to happen in the jibe, because anything can happen there. Looks like Kenny goes around, and there goes Julian and Adam right behind them. The boys are doing their absolute best. It looks like Kenny is extremely hungry for this one. Kenny ending on a high yesterday. Let's see if he can keep his calm and focus to get these races today as well. Kenny still in first, Julian short behind. Let's see what's going to happen around jibe marker number 2. We see the fleet approaching us. Kenny still in first place. Kenny going downwind for his jibe. Flips the sail around. Successful jibe, keeping it safe. Looks like Adam is in number 2. Adam throwing his sail around. Julian throwing his sail around. Julian going down on the jibe. Ruben, does he have the capability? I think not. Then we see the 0.7 sail. This is Pablo. Pedro, excuse me for butchering your name. And Glenn going around the second jibe marker. It is absolute carnage by the second jibe. Clearly in first and second, we have Kenny and Adam. The boys giving Julian a run for his money.
Heat number 1, round 11. Get ready for your countdown.
Heat number 1. Hè? And there you are back.
3, 2, 1. That is the start of the heat, and it is a good start. The boys and girl are going absolutely ham towards the first jibe marker. Bobby Lynn in first, Bruno in second, on their way towards the second jibe marker. Let's see what will happen by the jibe. Bobby Lynn around the jibe. Mario is actually in first. Looks like he had a great start on that last heat, or on this heat. They are pumping their lives out. The wind is clearly less than it was at the start of the competition today.
Live. Ja, we hebben de camera's weer.
Mario has been training in less wind, so he knows what it's about when you have to pump to get up to speed. A few weeks ago, there was also a downwinder. He's competing against Mario on the foil. That has nothing to do with the fin today. Mario making his way to the second jibe marker. Nice spray. Pumping. Storm second. Also beautiful jibe. Pumping. Then we have Tijo in third. That's your top three. Diederik in 4. And Bobby Lynn in 5. Bobby Lynn taking the inside. Pumping. Passing Diederik.
Bart. Kan je alsjeblieft nog een keer.
In first place towards the third and final jibe, Mario from Germany. In the first heat, unfortunately, he was in the second heat, he was eliminated by a over early, but making up time here, showing the riders how it's done. Beautiful start, beautiful jibes. He's pumping to stay up on speed. Mario first, Storm in second, Tijo in third, Bobby Lynn, Diederik, and Bobby Lynn just going around the jibe marker. But it is clear, ladies and gentlemen, in first place, Mario from Germany, making up what he has lost in round number 2. Storm really doing an effort to narrow the gap between him and Mario. It is going to be a photo finish. In third, we have Tijo Smits. Let's see what's gonna happen. The last little reach. It looks like Mario will be the leader of this round. Mario in Storm in second. Tijo cruising. Going over the finish line in third place. And then we have Diederik coming through. And right behind him, Bobby Lynn. That is your top 5 for the under 21s. Heat number 3.
Thank you for confirmation.
Heat number 3 for the under 17s is getting ready. Yellow flag is up. 2 more minutes until the start of the heat. It is going to be an interesting one. Arkson, in the past few races, unfortunately not making it to the top 3. It looked like Adolfo was really giving gas in the last one. Kit and Lone also showing how it's done. So let's see what's gonna happen. Yesterday we had much stronger wind. Today the wind is slightly lighter, so it's a bit harder to get up to speed and hold your speed at the top end. Wind averaging around 13 to 15 knots. We have a lot less white caps over the water. There's going to be less chop as well, but it is all technique today. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. It is day 2 of the PWA Youth World Cup Tour Stop number 2 here in Bonaire. Beautiful conditions. The sun is shining. The wind is blowing. Live stream provided by Skyview Bonaire. Multiple cams in place, making sure that we get all the shots. And people around the world can tune in as the action unfolds.
Is de race afgelopen?
Yellow flag just went down. 1 more minute until the start of the heat of the under-17s, round 3. People on the beach waiting anxiously to see what's going to happen. In 3, 2, 1, green flag goes up, and it is a good start as I hear. They are absolutely sending it towards the first jibe mark.
Nice.
One person clearly all the way up front. They've been practicing their starts and their top end speed, especially also in the lower wind. As the pack reaches the first jibe marker, let's see what's gonna happen. It is definitely a Neil Pride sail. We're not sure who that is in the number 1 spot. Looks like Neil Pride. Thomas in second from Curacao. Someone just went down. Not sure who it is, but we'll find out in a bit as the riders all make their way around jibe marker number 1. They're trying to be as fast as they possibly can as they head towards jibe marker number 2. Wind is dropping as we speak. That's going to make it interesting for the foil this afternoon. So the foils always excel in lower wind. Looks like Kit is in the number 1 position. Right behind Kit, we have Adolfo once again representing Venezuela. And then we have Lone, local Bonaire girl, training in these conditions every day. And looks like we have Trevor and Thomas as well circling around jibe marker number 2 as they head towards the 3rd and final jibe mark of the race. Pumping to get back up to speed. Clearly in first position, we have Kit. In second, we have Adolfo from Venezuela. And in 3rd, Lone. 4th and 5th are struggling, pumping to get back up to speed and make it towards the final jibe mark. Kit going around the jibe marker, and there goes Adolfo as well. And there goes Lone. Beautiful racing by the under-17s, showing how it's done even with these challenging conditions. Since the wind is a little bit less, the water is also slightly less rough. But it all comes down to technique. In first place, Kit still holding it down for the ladies. In second, Adolfo. And in third, Lone. That is interesting, ladies and gentlemen, because yesterday it was very different how the outcome was for the races. Kit approaching the finish line, giving the boys a run for their money. Kit is over the line and in. Here comes Adolfo from Venezuela, representing the Latin Americans. And then is Lone over the finish line. That is your top three for the under 17s, boys and girls. Looks like this is Trevor making his way towards the finish line. Trevor holding his speed. He's a light guy, so if he pumps hard enough, he'll be straight out and planing. Right behind Trevor, looks like we have from Curacao, Thomas.
Unreliable.
Challenging conditions. Thomas is a bit taller than the rest of the people here in the under 17s. And then Faber coming in over the finish line. That is your top five for the under 17s, ladies and gentlemen. The under 15s are getting ready.
Under 15, heat 3.
Under 15, Heat 3 getting ready for their race that will be starting very soon. Yellow flag is up. That means less than 2 more minutes until the start. We're calling upon the wind gods to just give us 2 more knots on average. But with the light wind, it does mean some promising racing for the foil this afternoon. The yellow flag has gone down, so it's less than a minute to go for the start of the next heat. Let's see what's going to happen. The under 15s battle between Kenny, Julian, and Adam. Wind is slightly getting less. People on the beach waiting in anticipation. Less than a minute to go. The under 15s are approaching the start line in these conditions. Kenny approaching the third and final jibe marker. Flipping the sail. And he is off towards the finish line, ladies and gentlemen. I think it is safe to say Kenny is your leader of the day. Looks like in second, going around the third jibe marker, is Julian, also local Bonaire kid, just flipping the sail, and right behind him we have Adam. That is your top three for the under 15s. Great job of the windsurfers showing how it's done, even in the lightest conditions for racing. Kenny giving the boys a masterclass on how to be first this morning. Wind steadily getting less as we go here. I think now wind might be between 12 and 14 knots on average. Kenny going over the finish line here. Little jump for the camera. Beautiful racing from Kenny. And it might just be a battle for second and third between Adam and Julian. Let's see what the boys have to offer here. Julian in second place. A little bit of a lead here versus Adam.
Opladen. Hier gebruik ASO. Nee.
It is interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Julian is going to take the second place, and Adam is going to be your third runner-up. And the crowd goes absolutely wild. Beautiful racing done by the under-15s, even in these challenging conditions. I wonder what's going to happen with the final heat of the under-21s. Under-21s getting ready.
Copy that, Ben. Keep an eye on it. If it doesn't improve, we'll stop moving to the beach and prepare for the point.
Looks like we're going to wait for a little bit to see if the conditions better at all, because it is just a little bit on the light side to be running the last round of heats. So in the meantime, hang tight.
The wind is not enough now. There's no point of winning because the wind is going to keep dropping till like 1 o'clock.
Waiting for the next announcement to see if these next round of heats are going to go through or not.
We're just so we watch a little bit, and if it's not approved, we go back to the beach.
Just too light to run more heats. In the meantime, please enjoy some amazing commercials from the island until...
I care for this island the way it cares for me. That's why I give back so I can continue to thrive for our future generations. Every tree I plant is a promise to protect what we love. A reminder of where I come from. My roots are here. It is important to stay grounded in what truly matters. This way, I stay deeply connected to who we are, to who I am. This is my Bonaire. On this land, I find peace, purpose, and a true sense of belonging. Sakit amiter, kami namilombrishi tadera.
Of the PWA Youth World Cup second stop here in Bonaire. Live stream provided by Skyview Bonaire. My name.
There's a rhythm to this island. A rhythm that reminds me to slow down, to move with purpose, and to breathe deeply. Out here, surrounded by nature, I feel alive. And beneath the waves, I find stillness, clarity, and calm. This is my Bonaire, my place to move, to breathe, and to be free.
Pull up to the hangout beach bar, bare feet, cool drink, good talk. Ocean air, gold hour glow. One more song, then we let it roll. Slide in, ease up, stay a little longer. Feel that room lift up, getting smoother, getting stronger.
end of the morning segment where the surfers are all coming in. We're going to go for a break, a little lunch moment, and then in the afternoon, we're going to continue with the foil races for the day. So all competitors coming in, if you want some lunch, go grab yourself some lunch. I saw a little bit of it, and it looks great. So that is that for now. Livestream mic on. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it for the morning segment. For now, we're going to go in for a break. Finn is done for the day, and this afternoon is going to continue with some amazing foil races. That doesn't have to spoil the fun because the least amount of wind is usually the best for the foiling competition. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going out for a small break, a lunch break for all competitors. And we'll be back this afternoon with some action-packed foiling. Thank you for watching, and see you this afternoon.
Yeah. Do you have audio over? No audio.
Staat hij aan?
Ja, hij staat aan.
Ja.
No, we hebben het geregeld.
Maar deze.
Also on the livestream. Wow. Echo. Ken je deze nog? Yes, we're back. Okay, welcome back at the live stream and also here at Sorbonne. Second day of the PWA Bonaire Youth World Cup, and this afternoon will be foiling only. We have one heat with the boys and girls from U21, U17, and U15. So that will be very nice. So this afternoon we will be foiling only. Less than 2 minutes and we will start with the first one. And let's see what happens. Thank you.
Nu?
So welcome to the live stream. Let's start with the first one. So yellow flag is down. That means we'll be starting in less than a minute. In this group of 4 U21, we will be seeing Diederik, Tycho, Mario, Pedro, Alp, and the girls Bobbylin, Kit, and Lone. The countdown is started. And it is a good start. They're starting a little bit farther away than with the fin. And we're standing on the beach, so that means that the view is a little different, but we will do our very best to keep you updated, of course. Finishing first and Tycho second. Yes, let's give them a big cheer. That was a nice one. And then coming in third is Mario. Good job for Mario. Just give them a cheer because they're doing a great job on the void. There we can see Bobbylin coming in and behind her, her sisters. And then I always have to look good. Oranje.
A kid. Yeah, kid coming in first, and behind her it's Lone. And there comes in Alp. And last but not least, going towards the finish, it's Pedro. And here comes Pedro. So they're going straight back to the start because today we will be only foiling and we have just one group, U21, with the boys and the girls. So this afternoon we have one heat, the foil U21 with all the boys and girls. They're getting ready for the second rounds. And if you are living on Bonaire, you're always welcome to join us here at Sorbonne. We have a nice vibe on the beach, enough shade, lovely wind. We have cold drinks and snacks. And otherwise, you can follow the live stream, of course. So we're waiting for the second round of this heat, U21 on foil. We can see that they are moving a buoy. They're busy with it, so we will be waiting and see what happens. So they're busy with the second marker. We have to wait on that, and then we will start with race number 2. Only one heat today. Mixed boys and girls on foil. The conditions are good here at Bonaire. The water is beautiful as always. A good wind and a good vibe. That's all you need, right? So we know who went over early, and it is Pedro. Ten seconds. With a good start. They're speeding up to the first marker on this second round of this heat, boys and girls, all together. And let's see what will happen. We can see that Tycho is first, and behind him is Diederik and Mario. Bobilin, Kids, and Lone, and Alp. We can see that Tycho is speeding up in this round. We can see that still Tycho is first. After him, Diederik. And then we can see Mario and Diederik and Tycho are battling together for the first place on this round. Behind Mario, you can see the girls, Bobilin, Kid, and Lone. And in the back, we can see Alp. Heading up to the third marker. It's a good battle between the boys, Tycho and Diederik. They're really competing with each other. But still we can see Diederik first. No, second, I'm sorry, and Tycho first. Behind them we can see Mario. And then the sisters de Jong. Towards the last marker, it's still Tycho. And just behind him, it is Diederik. And there comes Mario. Bobilin. We can see Kid and Lone, and behind them, it's Alp. Let's see what will happen when we're going towards the finish between Tycho and Diederik. Maybe Tycho had some extra motivation from the first round. And he's definitely taking this second round. Tycho finishing first. On second, Diederik. And then just behind him, on third place, finishing Mario. There comes in Bobilin. Kids. And finishing now, it's Lone. And in the back, we can see, last but not least, Alp coming in towards the finish. And there comes Alp. Very nice. The boys are getting back and the girls are getting back for the third round on this heat. Okay, we're getting ready for the third round, I'm sorry. In this heat. Boys and girls mixed this afternoon. And we will be only foiling. It is U21, U17, and U15 all together. Red flag is up, so that means 4 minutes left until the start for this third race. So I have my extra pair of eyes and ears with me, next to me. You heard them also this morning. Christian swears. Are the conditions good this afternoon for foiling?
For foiling, it's actually pretty decent. Looks like we are averaging around 14 to 16 knots. That usually is pretty nice for foiling, and we can actually see that also on the live stream. The youth are actually killing it. They're going pretty fast. Tigo, very nice first place in that last race. Before that, it was Diederik. So right now it's a battle between 1 and 2 between them. Shout out to the caddies, by the way.
They're sitting all in the back, watching the live stream, of course. Okay, so we can see that the yellow flag is up, so that means less than 2 minutes for the start again. And of course you can watch the live stream, but you're always welcome to join us here at the beach. Yellow flag down, so that means less than a minute until the start of this third race. Of this heat, boys and girls mixed up. Ten seconds. There we go. And it is a good start. And we already can see Mario speeding up in front. It's Diederik. There will be a good battle going on between Diederik and Tigo. They're really competing for the first place. Heading up to the first marker. And let's see who's going first. It's Diederik first. Right behind him, it's Tigo, and then we can see Mario. Then followed up by the girls. Bobbelin and Kids, and they're getting close to each other. Then we can see Pedro up, and in the back we can see Loam. There's also a battling going on between the girls, Bobbelin and Kids. We saw it already in the second race, but this third race also they're competing together. Second marker, and we can see that Diederik is leading, and somebody went down? Diederik first in jibe, and then we can see Tigo, followed by Mario, and then Bobbelin. Maybe Kit fell down. It's a little hard to see, yeah? Yeah, Kit went down. We can see Pedro, and behind him it's Lone. That's too bad for Kit. Okay, they're going towards the third marker. And we can still see that Diederik is up front, and right behind him it's Tigo and Mario. So we have the top three like we had in the first race. But we're not yet there. Making her jibe at the third marker is Bobbelin. No. We can see, let's see who's going first. It's Alp first, and then Long, and then Pedro. And we can also see Kit is up again. So the top three is heading towards the finish, and looks like it's still the same with Diederik in the lead, behind him Tycho, and then Mario. And in the back, also heading towards the finish, is Bobby Lynn. Taken their last marker is Alp, Lone, and Pedro. There we go. The finish. What is happening? What is happening? Let's see. Coming in first, it's Diederik. Second is Tycho. Oh, just before the finish, Mario went down. Ah, that is too bad for him. That's a bummer. There comes Bobby Lynn. But what happened with Mario? Just in front, yeah, just in front of the finish, he just stopped. Went down, Bobby Lynn just finished third. Looks like Mario hit something, yeah. Coming into the finish, it's Lone. And there is Alp. Pedro is coming in. And also Mario. Well, that's a bummer for him. He has to make a little effort, Mario, to come in. But he made it to the finish. And right behind him, we can see Pedro finishing. Yeah, the caddies are going crazy here at the beach. I don't know if you hear them on the live stream, but we can hear them here on the beach. I think I can quit my job, actually. I think we have to give them the microphone. Yeah, maybe it's a bad idea. Yeah, maybe it's a bad idea. And there comes Kids in. Also a bummer for her because she was really competing with her sister, Bobby Lynn. But she just went down. Yeah, it was just, yeah. It was on the third marker. Yeah, but no time. We have to go. This was race number 3, and we're going for race number 4 on this heat, boys and girls.
Maar je weet toch ook, Benny, hè? Benny zegt, hoe laat zijn we? Nou, doe ik nog voor 2.
Alright. Now waiting for the start.
Let me introduce you because we have another one joining here to give some comments. It's Faber,
The one and only.
the one and only. Okay. Let's see how he will do it. Going up for the fourth race in this heat, boys and girls, U21, U15, U17, not to forget. Are you ready, Faber?
Nee, dat is goed, dat is goed. Oh nee. Born ready, weet je. Ik ben professioneel.
So 4 minutes until the fourth race of this heat. Red flag. So we just saw Mario just before the finish going down. And as we can see, maybe something has broken, yes or no? Faber, you go over there and see what is happening with Mario. Do some interviewing. Our reporter. Let's see what happened with Mario.
So here we have Mario. What happens?
And everything is good with the turtle, right? Okay, perfect. So let's go. So, a couple of minutes going. Let's see which flag we can see.
Really unfortunate.
And yellow flag is up. So 2 minutes to go. And then we will start at the fourth race. Unfortunately, Mario's out. But I think we can still see a good battle in the lead between Diederik and Tycho. Yes, it is.
Ziek awkward though.
So less than a minute and then we will start. And let's see what brings this race. Ten seconds. There we go. 3, 2. And green flag is up. Nee, doe je ding. Let's see what will happen at the first marker, right? But the battle is on between the two boys.
Front, Igo leading. Third. Oh, Kid has a nice jive. Overtaking Bobby Link. And following. Oh,
Going to the second marker.
Cedric still leading, but everything can change in one. Cedric around and Tigo leading. Still leading. And let's see what the sister's gonna do. It's still leading. Oh, Bobby Lynn's still leading. Take it inside. Oh, it's a nice place. Approaching drive marker 3 is Tigo. Oh, it's close. Oh, Dierig in front. Good. It's very close. Behind him is Tigo. Oh, Dierig comes first.
Third drive.
And then Bobby Lynn. Oh, Kid at first. Kid at third. Bobby Lynn at 4. And Lone leading. Third time marker is first. Oh, it's very close. Dierig first and Tigo second.
And there's also a really nice battle going on between Bobby Lynn and Kid. And Kid is... We can see Kid first and then Bobby Lynn. And Kid is taking her time now and her speed in this fourth race.
They're very close.
There we can see Lone and in the back Alp and Pedro.
Dierig and Tigo are battling with speed.
Heading up towards the finish. Let's see what's happening, but I think we can say, although it's close.
Ooh, it's very close. It's a matter of seconds.
It's really close, but Diederik is finishing first and behind him, Tigo second.
Let's give him a round of applause. Dierig! And then at third is Kid. Very nice race.
There is Kid, and behind her finishing Bobby Lynn.
And behind the wings, John and then Pedro and Alp are getting a battle. Storm has to.
Let's see what's happening there in the back also, because we can see Pedro and Alp competing. But it is Pedro coming in first, and behind him it's Alp. Faber, thank you so much.
Yes.
W. Faber, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. And I think in this heat, boys and girls will be having 5 races. Yeah. They're all heading back to the start again. And let's see if this will be the final race for this heat and for today. So we're waiting until the red flag is going up for maybe the last race this day and also the last race for this heat. For U21, U17, U15 boys and girls. And the red flag is up. Less than 3 minutes until we will start. Maybe the last race for today, but let's see what's happening this afternoon. This is the 5th race. No, this is the 5th race. It is. So yellow flag is up. That means like 2 minutes until the start for this 5th race. On the foil today, the boys and girls from U21, U17 and U15. With a good battle between Diederik and Tycho. With all the 4 races before. But also a battle between the sisters Kit and Bobby Lynn. So let's see what will happen. Yellow flag is down. And I just heard this is the final race for today. Waiting for the countdown. And they started, we can see the green flag, so that means a good start for the final race. And we can already see that Tycho is up front with Diederik right behind him. They're heading towards the first marker. And we can still see Tycho leading, but just right behind him, it's Diederik. Then we can see Kit, Bobby Lynn, and then Lone. And in the back we can see, making their first jibe, Alp and Pedro. So again, we have a battle between the boys and the girls. Really nice. Going towards the second marker. In the distance, I can still see that Tycho is leading, but Diederik is right behind him. There goes Tycho first, and behind him it's Diederik still on second place. Oh, I can hear there's a very strong battle going on. Now we can see Kit and then Bobby Lynn. And right behind them it's Lone. Then we can see Alp going and Pedro making their second jibe marker. Going to the third marker, we can see Tycho still in the lead. There goes Tycho, and behind him, of course, Diederik. The sisters are battling. And we can see that Bobby Lynn is on third place right now, heading up at her sister, Kit, who's right behind her. And her twin sister, Lone, taking the third jibe marker. And in the back, we can see Alp and Pedro. Tycho and Diederik are heading towards the finish. While Bobby Lynn is taking the last marker, and behind her is her sister Kit. And then we can see Lone, Alp and Pedro. Let's see what will happen this final race. Who will be finishing first? Will it be Tycho? Will it be Diederik? It's exciting. They have a strong battle, but we can already say that this race is... Let's see what happened here at the finish. Because it's going neck to neck. And it is... Yeah, who is it? It is Diederik finishing first. And Tycho second. Wow, what happened just here? And then we can see the sisters battling also towards the finish. And Bobby Lynn is in front, finishing third. And right behind her is her sister Kit. Great job, girls. That was a nice one. And there comes Lone de Jong in. And there comes Lone. And behind, we can see a little battle be going on between Alp and Pedro. And it is Alp who's finishing before Pedro. Nice one. This was the final race for today. Thank you all so much. There will be interviews at the beach and you can see them all at social media. And we'll be back tomorrow, of course. Thank you for watching the live stream. And also tomorrow, you're always welcome to join us here at the beach.